Cabo, everybody. This is Awo Ifajimini Ray.
And I am Awo Ifate Wunshe Asadele.
And this is
Let's Talk IFA.
What's happening, everybody?
We got a topic we're gonna discuss.
Yeah, man. The culture is more than beads, pots, and titles. And I believe, let me make a disclaimer real quick, because somebody told me that phrase was said before by somebody that may have originated it. So maybe that's where I heard it from. I can't remember, but we just love it. So, and it's so much in alignment with what we like to talk about. Mm-hmm. So I think it might have been the brother in Oakland, or Bafemi Origuwa.
Yeah, Bafemi Origuwa.
If that was your phrase, brother, we're going to borrow it. Okay? If it wasn't, no problem. But if it was, you know, we give you your due for saying it first.
Because it was some of the things, it was right on time when I heard it. I was like, whoa, somebody actually said it in that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've always thought about it, because I'm like, man, this is what we're moving into now? Because I grew up in Oyotunji, and the elders that I was around coming up, it was like, to get in the leke, it was, I don't think the focus was too much on the lekes when I was growing up like that.
Man, it ain't the same.
Yeah, it wasn't
when
like
you was growing up
big...
in the village. We were still African booty scratchers. Like, it wasn't even cool to be nothing African. The clothes, so
I remember.
It definitely wasn't.
I remember the African booty scratching days. So but I think, you know, we all grow up different, and we all experience the culture, because the culture and the spirituality, or you could say religion, is spread far. Mm-hmm. So you have different lineages that do things different, and I think in one way I love to see our people with the beads on. Because it's something African.
Yeah.
It's our culture, you know what I mean? So there are positives and negatives to, you know, the bead pots.
Right.
And what is it? Bead pots.
Beads, pots, and titles.
And titles syndrome.
Right. There's a syndrome.
Epidemic.
There's a drip epidemic. Like, you know, it's more about the fashion and the
it's the phase,
the fad and the phase of it is like, I got the biggest Ileke on, you know, I'm dripping hard. It's more about the drip than it is
the life,
understanding the culture and the life, the benefit.
Because it breeds the culture. Like, if you really lived it, it would breed strong African men and women. Mm-hmm. If we really focused on living our culture. I don't care if it's Kairos culture or South African or Angolan, whatever, you know, wherever your ancestors derived from. Right. If you're living and practicing that culture, I believe it would make us a greater people. But like you said, I think with the beads and the pots and titles syndrome, is like, our people over here never had anything, or even they're just now kind of understanding what royalty is. Mm-hmm. And y'all have kings, or y'all have chiefs, or y'all have queens. I don't even know. I don't think Yorubas really have queens, do we? Are they Ayabas? The white king?
You got me. I mean, it's been a female Oba too, or three.
I think they call them Oba though. Mm-hmm. They don't call them queens.
Yeah, that's some European.
That's laced on the African culture. Yeah. But I think I look at it, like I said, I look at the positive sides of it, and then the negative side. I think people are not really educated on it.
Yeah.
To like really educated on why do you receive in that case?
Right.
Why do you wear them? What is it supposed to do to you when you wear them? When you go through that ritual, what does it do? I don't think we have a clear understanding of it. Even with the titles, a lot of times people go and they buy the titles, and they don't know if those titles are a temple title or a communal title.
Yeah.
So these are the things you gotta know. You gotta know what your title is. Is it for the community? Is it for the nation?
Right.
Or is it just for your temple?
It should have a meaning. It should have some type of significance, especially, where you live and where you're from, It can also be tied to wherever you got your title from, where you're doing certain things there to help, but it should definitely be tied to something that you're doing to help better your community too. You know what I mean? That you live in as well.
Yeah.
We can't pick and choose what parts of the culture we want to deal with. We want to make EPO for our health to improve, but we don't want to listen to simple instruction on, maybe you need to change your diet. You need to cut out that dairy and that white sugar and that white rice, and you need to cut down on that meat. You need to try to get some exercise. You need to take a couple of supplements. You need to do that for about 90 days and let's see where we at. People don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They want to pay to do a sacrifice. Yeah, I mean that there's a time and a place for that, but also there's a time and a place for you to. Another part of the sacrifice is changing your diet. You know what I'm saying? So
that's helping to change the mindset.
You can't. Yeah, exactly. It's all
So
part
to
of
even
it.
change
You
the
can't
heart.
cheat it.
The heart, so the heart is not overwhelmed
Right.
or overpressured.
Right.
The heart is spiritual as well.
I say.
It's the seat of what? The emotions. The seat of the emotions. The heart is one of the where you feel. It's that energy, and so it's like if you're not eating right, you can do all the EPO, all of the EPO that you want to.
All the initiation.
That's all the initiations. If your ORE ain't in alignment, it's gonna be a miss. You're not gonna make the connection.
Yeah, and all that's tied into it.
All
you
that is tied.
You can't pick and choose. IFA is the culture. It's everything. It's a spiritual system. It's our medicine. It's how we think. Our philosophy. It's our, our mores, our folkways, our norms,
Our way of life.
Way of life. It's our fashion, like we said before in the last episode. Our food, our fashion, how we grow our food. It's everything. A social, political, business, money. You know what I'm saying? So we can't pick and choose beads, pots, and titles. So you will have people that have all these pots and all these orisha and all these initiations, and their life is in turmoil. I'm talking about like terrible. So what's the point? You're missing the whole point.
So what got them to okay.
Because people think you can just, this is magic. They think it's like,
do you really think they're looking
make a
to?
wish.
Do you really think that they're really trying to help themselves, or they're trying to impress?
Probably a little bit of both, depending on the person.
Cause I be thinking like, do they really know they have, like some people I deal with, I'm like, do they really know that they have a sickness?
Is the mic closer to you?
Do they
Nah, most people don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't know they have a sickness, and so they're coming with the sickness.
With the
they're
symptoms.
asking for help with the symptoms.
We can see the symptoms,
right?
But we have to look beneath that and find out what is
actually
going on.
Exactly. And if we don't do the work that's needed, if we can't help these people, what are they gonna do?
You're gonna figure it out, bro. But we here to help with that, hopefully. We go on and on about that. Bees, pots, and titles. Get your Ori in alignment. Get your work on your character, work on your trauma that you have, heal your whatever you got going on, do your shadow work, try to heal yourself first, because you get all these Orisha and all these initiations, and it will just amplify the unstable energy that you have not, straightened out. That's what it will do. It's not gonna magically, make life easy now, and it's just, you're not gonna have no more problems, and it don't work that way. That's not it.
This ain't that kind of magic.
Nah, that's not it.
It's magical, but it ain't the fairy tale,
kind, right?
Delusional magic that all your problems gonna go away.
Oh yeah.
When you get initiated,
all
my problems is gonna be gone. I made it to initiation, so my you gotta the initiation is an elevation of your Ori, so you have to start thinking different. If you want your situation to change, you got to change the way you're thinking. You start with the mindset. It's a mindset. You got to change the way you think. Once you start changing the way you think, your life is going to start improving for the better. Then other people will start coming around to you. People will start coming around you more and wanting to, you become more of an influencer to people, but you gotta change your mindset. It's about influencing. You have to change your behavior to show those who need changing, to show those who are having a hard time making a change. You gotta be able to show them that, hey, I made the change. Mm-hmm. So you can do it too. It's about influencing.
You say be the change that you want to make, that you want to see, so people can duplicate it. It ain't about what you say, it's what you do.
You do.
And it's real. Cause I see it. We see it as priests. We see it all the time, where people are really not getting it. They're not really grasping what this culture, talking about the spiritual system now, is really, what it's really all about, and how to engage it and use it for your own benefit, for your own well-being, for your family, and your children and your loved ones, and how to use and really tap in and have a relationship, establish a relationship with your ancestors, with your Orisha, with your Ori, because that's who you're talking to when you're talking to yourself,
You You are your ancestors, and your ancestors are you.
Yeah, you talking to yourself, you talking to your Ori. You got the, the spirit down here that lives down here in your gut, Ori Nu, in your navel area. So, remember the cartoon with the good angel and the one on each,
Choices.
That's your outer head and your inner head. It's like
the choices.
Yeah.
You have to make a balance. You have to make a balanced choice. Can't be all good or it can't be all bad. It has to be a balanced choice. So when you decide, you make a choice. When you decide to spend money to buy a title, and things of that sort, you made that decision, and so that comes with it comes with a backlash after a while. You're gonna understand that it's not about the title. So the title is just that's another job. Actually, you're taking on another job. But what do you bring? What is the title for? Is it so when you go to another country and get a title, and then come back here and say you're a chief? We want to know what you're a chief of, and how can that title benefit the people here?
Right.
That's living. Like how can it benefit the communities?
Right.
So think about that before you get a title. Find out if your title is a temple title or is it a communal title.
And please, y'all, please start coming back from Africa as soon as you get initiated, talking about you about to open your ELA.
Yeah, we have early ELAs.
I love all my people.
We have early ELAs.
But please, we got to stop that.
We have quick ELAs come up.
That's not it.
It's like the what do you call it? The trap houses. It's like,
take your time.
Wow.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time. Be humble. Learn. Slow down, cause it's real.
Yeah.
And there are serious consequences for doing certain things. You don't really know how to do, or that you're not fully trained to do, or that you have not been authorized to do. Because at the end of the day, when we all leave here, Ajakumale will judge us when we leave here. That's when our life flashes real quick, and then we judge on our thoughts, our speech, and our actions. So I live by that. I try my best to live by that creed, that I'm living my life based on the fact that I know that nobody here is gonna get away with anything. Everybody's gonna be judged for whatever they did or didn't do or whatever. So I'm just trying to do the best that I can to get good grades. My Jagumale.
Yes, sir.
And that's what people don't understand. It's like when you try to cheat somebody, you actually cheating yourself.
Right.
There's no such thing as you steal from somebody, you actually stealing from yourself, because you're gonna get that back. You know what I'm saying? That's true.
I tell people,
room,
people who cheat and they think they cheat.
And shoot the policeman to heaven,
And shoot watching your every move.
Everything.
And you think you cheating on somebody, but you really cheating yourself at the end of the day. So my African people, my beautiful Karojire people, my beautiful Omoduduwa Omoluwabi people, titles, beads, pots, all of that is part of the culture. It is. But the mannerisms, how we speak to each other, how we communicate with each other. That needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
How we treat each other, it needs a lot of work. It really needs a lot of work.
Benny.
The behavior
Yeah.
really needs a lot of work. We can do better.
A lot better. You know. We're trying to unify all of our people under the Yoruba umbrella. All of the Oyotunji people, all of the everybody people, all of the offshoots from Oyotunji, all the Ibales, the Igungun groves across the country and outside of the country as well. You know, we stand united with everybody. We love everybody. We need to figure out a way to come together, to work together under this umbrella of the Yoruba for our own good of us and our people and our children, and to keep this culture going in perpetuity. You know,
I think if I talk, I think we can do that.
Yeah.
I think we can.
Let's talk IFA.
Bring people together.
Use this as a platform. This is one of the goals of this platform. You know.
We're gonna have some heavy hitters on this podcast here.
Coming up soon.
Let's talk IFA. Will be coming very soon. Be patient with us, and stay tuned.
I say. We thank everybody.
Peace and power.
For
the advancement.
Peace and
African
blessings.
people.
I say.
Peace and power for the advancement
Ben.
of African people.
Let's talk IFA signing out.
Odabu.